Welcome to Movie Magic 96, your one-stop shop for all things movies. From reviews, unboxings, and collections, I'm here to celebrate the magic of cinema. So, let's roll the film. Today we're diving into the 6th installment in the Final Destination franchise, Final Destination Bloodlines. I've ranked all the previous films on my channel, so I was definitely excited for this one, especially since it's also the first movie I've seen in theaters this year. I usually don't go out to the movies much, so this was a big deal for me. Let me start off by saying I love the title Bloodlines. It feels intense and fits the tone, and the poster might be my favorite in the franchise. I'm glad they kept the iconic skull imagery. This film was directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. I wasn't familiar with Lipovsky, and Stein unfortunately directed Leprechaun Origins, which didn't leave the best impression, but they pulled it off here. The cast is mostly fresh faces, which I always appreciate. I like going into a movie without preconceived notions or associations with other franchises. Other than Tony Todd, of course, the only actor I recognized was Tio Briones from season 1 of Chucky. The film opens in the 1960s with a character named Iris, which, by the way, is a perfect name for someone with premonitions. She's heading to a party at a restaurant that mimics the Space Needle in Seattle. That setting really triggered a memory for me. I once went up the CN Tower in Toronto with my dad. It had those see-through glass floors, and even though I'm afraid of heights, I faced my fears while the rest of my family stayed below. The opening premonition scene was awesome. It felt longer and more fleshed out than in previous films. And I really like that this time, our lead character doesn't have the premonition. That's a new twist for the franchise. Instead, it's passed down through family, and that angle totally worked for me. It almost gave me Holes vibes with the family curse like Stanley Yelnats in his bad luck lineage. Our main character, Stefani, is having visions of her grandmother's premonition. The film focuses on a family instead of a random group of teens, which I found refreshing. The stand-up performance for me was Richard Harmon as Eric Campbell. He's hilarious and has the best death scene in the movie, hands down. His one-liners are gold, especially the is this why he wanted to play catch with me line, and the show me your kitties mug, hysterical. Other characters were a bit hit or miss. Julia and Bobby Campbell didn't get much development. All I really learned about Bobby is that he's allergic to peanut butter, which comes back later in a clever way, but still, I wanted more personality from him. I did think that the pacing was a little off. Slasher-style horror films really shouldn't go over an hour and 40 minutes, so I'd shave off about 10 minutes. It was also strange that that death let the original survivors live for so long. In the earlier films, people usually die off within days. Maybe that's something they'll explore in a sequel? Let's talk kills, because wow, this movie might have the most brutal kills in the franchise. Some standouts: the weather vane through the mouth, the lawnmower scene, which felt like a throwback to Blades or Frankenhooker. I know there's another movie with a lawnmower kill that I can't remember. Julia's trash can death looked insanely real. Eric's body piercings getting ripped out and him folding like a lawn chair, wild. The medical kill is a staple of this series, right alongside the dentist and laser eye surgery scenes in previous entries. The film did a great job with misdirection too. You think someone's going to drink glass or get hurt on the trampoline, a great callback to Final Destination 5's gymnastics scene and even Thanksgiving from 2023. And don't get me started on the fake out in the trailer with the revolving door and Eric almost getting hit like Terry in the first film. Love that kind of stuff. One huge upgrade, the CGI is actually good this time, something the older entries really lacked. And Tony Todd looks thinner now, but his voice, presence, and performance are as powerful as ever. I love the speech he gives and that we finally get a solid backstory for his character. Rest in peace to a legend. The soundtrack, straight up bangers. Bad Moon Rising, Ring of Fire, Shout, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, the Pina Colada song, Spirit in the Sky. Great choices that add a fun throwback vibe to the chaos. Overall, I enjoyed Final Destination Bloodlines. It's a solid return to form with fresh ideas, brutal kills, and just enough nostalgia. My official ranking for the franchise is number 1, Final Destination, number 2, Final Destination 2, number 3, Final Destination 3, 4, Final Destination Bloodlines, 5, Final Destination 5, 6, The Final Destination, aka Final Destination 4. I'm giving this film a 3.5 out of 5. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments. Did it live up to your expectations? And most importantly, what was your favorite kill? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also check me out on Instagram at MovieMagic1996. Thank you so much for everything, and go watch a movie today.